Hello everyone, today I want to talk to you about breathing for singing. There are many things said about breathing for singing, and I want you to know that some of them are obsolete because they have been proven to not work, and some others are very useful. So first, let's talk about a myth about breathing for singing that I hear very often, unfortunately, and it goes like this. For singing, you should breathe from your stomach. So, your stomach is a digestive organ, and for singing, you bring air into your lungs and not to any digestive organ. That's the first thing. That is a very close relative to, for singing, you should sing or breathe from your diaphragm. Yes, you do breathe from your diaphragm, but the diaphragm is your main breathing muscle, which means you're always using it to breathe. Regardless of the breathing type that you use, the diaphragm is involved. There are other muscles that contribute to inhaling in different ways, but the diaphragm is the main breathing muscle. Now, the second point I will talk about when it comes to breathing for singing is practicing your breathing from a closed system rather than from an open system. What do I mean by this? So a lot of studies actually have proved that practicing your breathing from an open system doesn't really improve your voice. Some singing methods use breathing as an isolated exercise. So, for example, they make you breathe from your belly and do exercises that don't really involve the voice, like that kind of things. And they don't really work because when you are doing that kind of exercises, the vocal cords are not closed, and when you are singing, you are actually opening and closing your vocal cords, and that is what it's called a closed system. Basically, a system in which you breathe in, and then when you exhale, the vocal cords are closing. And so, in the later years, we have a lot of advancement in vocal science, and it has been discovered that practicing vocal exercises from an open system, meaning the vocal cords don't close, there is no phonation, it's not effective for singing particularly. So this means that if you want to improve your voice from your breathing, you need to use these breathing exercises in conjunction to vocal production. However, there are other exercises that are for breathing and that work in isolation to singing that can be useful, but not for the reasons you think. There are breathing exercises that you can practice that will make you more tolerant to CO2. And these exercises are going to increase your overall resilience, and this can be very helpful for when you are on stage and if you have some stage anxiety. These kind of exercises are going to help you doing that. Exercises like holding your breath and opening your arms and holding them while you hold your breath. It doesn't directly improve your voice, but it can indirectly improve your overall performance. Now, the last point I would like to raise today is, for singing, do we breathe through the mouth or through the nose? Singing teachers fight about this a lot, but the reality is that for singing, you use your mouth. When you sing on stage or when you're singing a song, you just don't have enough time to breathe in from the nose because it's a more slowly breathing. And if you try, you are going to actually be breathing in a way that is quite threatening as far as your brain is concerned. Alright, so if you want to breathe quickly through your nose, you are going to be doing something like this. So everything is closed already, and it's not very useful for your voice. For singing, realistically, sometimes you don't have a lot of time between phrases, and so you use your mouth, and it is possible to bring a bigger amount of air in a place that is useful for singing from your mouth. If you do things like this, you are opening your reps and you are doing it quickly, and that is what we want to develop as singers. And yes, I know that nose breathing is more healthy. Yes, that is true. But it's not too functional for singing specifically. So this doesn't mean that you have to go and breathe through the mouth from now on all day. No. All day breathe through your nose, but when you are singing songs, you want to train your mouth breathing. Firstly, because realistically that's what you do when you are singing songs, but also because it is a way to keep your vocal tract open. You inhale and you sing, and there is no click or obstruction. But if you breathe in through the nose, you're going to tend to have a closed vocal tract. You hear that click at the beginning? That is not healthy. It's a hard vocal onset, and we use it sometimes as a vocal effect or as a stylistic resource, but we don't train it as a healthy vocal technique. So remember that always vocal technique is in one box, and vocal style is something different, and we worked it not together, differently. All right, and those are the 4 main points I wanted to raise today about breathing for singing, breathing training for singing. Now, I wanted to tell you about a new class that I am opening. If you look at my website, you're gonna see that I offer multiple group classes for adults, and they are divided into levels. And I am opening for the first time a weekly online group class for adults. If you can't make it in the real time, you are gonna get a recording every week. So this is not open yet, it's going to be open soon, but if you want to get in early, I am offering a discount that you can have ongoingly if you sign up early. So if you are interested, just go and email me and I will put my details in the description below. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you next week.